Hi, this is Chris, Video Game Dust Sleeves, and you're listening to the VGDS podcast with Bonesy06,
How's it going?
DanCavDragon,
Hello, hello.
Bargain Bin Hobo,
Hello.
and MT Shark 7.
Hey everyone.
And as usual, we start the podcast off with Sleeve It or Leave It. First title, Blast Corps for the N64. Bones, sleeve it or leave it?
I already have the sleeve, so sleeve it.
Dan?
Yeah, decent game. I would just leave it.
Mark?
Yeah, I would sleeve it. This game's an unrated gem on the system.
And Bargain Bin.
I haven't actually played it, but I think it's on the rare replay, and given what everyone else says, yeah, I'll sleeve it.
Alright. Next title, Charlie Blast Territory. Bones, sleeve it?
Sleeve it. Sleeving it, sleeving it, sleeving it. Already got it.
Dan?
I actually don't know this game, but given that N64 games probably are all worth something, I would sleeve it.
Mark?
Yeah, I would sleeve it. Looks like a uncommon game. I never heard of it.
And Bargain Bin.
I actually played this several years ago in a game store, and I think I remember enjoying it. So yeah, I'll sleeve that.
Alright, we're on a roll. Next title, this is probably why I'll lose people. Extreme G for N64. Bargain Bin.
I'm gonna sleeve this because it's one of my childhood games. I used to play it with my brother all the time.
Mark.
Yeah, I would definitely sleeve it. This is a fantastic game.
DanCav.
I feel like I have this game on other systems, but I would probably just leave it.
That's a negatory. That's only for N64.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Bones.
Okay.
Mhm.
I feel like I have a GameCube version of this, but maybe not.
I know you want me to say no, I don't want to sleeve it, but I already have the sleeve, so yes, sleeve it.
Some gamer you are, Dan Cav.
What?
Some gamer you are. You don't know what's on what.
Okay.
Last title. What a surprise. Extreme GX G2. Bargain Bin?
I didn't actually play this one. I've heard of it, but if it's anything like the other one, yeah, I'll sleeve it.
MT Shark.
Yeah, I'll sleeve it. It's just as good as the first one.
DanCav.
Yeah, seeing as the first one is exclusive to N64, I would assume this one is too, so I would sleeve it.
And Bones.
But of course, my good man, sleeve it.
Damn. I think everybody sleeved everything. That's a first.
Yeah. 4 for 4.
I gotta put more N64 titles on here. Shit.
Love the N64.
And on to our favorite segment. Guess that box art.
Rocket on wheels. Rocket robot on wheels.
No.
Oh, okay. So, Earthworm Jim 3D.
Got it.
Yeah. I was gonna say Earthworm Jim something.
I knew
There it is.
I knew it. Yay.
Yeah. Is that any good of a game?
No.
Only Bargain Bin
Not
would
even
know the
I can
answer.
say nice things about it.
Oh, jeez. That must be really bad.
You don't know the half of it.
How to articulate.
Kirby 64.
Yes. Bargain Bin's on a roll again this podcast. Oh, wrong.
The pink gave that away.
There it is.
Yeah.
Kirby
Pink and
64.
the fairy ribbon gave that away.
I thought about doing smaller crops, but I was like, if I do too small of a crop, you guys aren't going to be able to tell what it is, so
And now you might have to.
I might. Or if I can ever get my wife to do some games, she's always the stumper. Like, for some
Yeah.
reason, the games that she picks, you guys never get it.
Yeah.
Alright, logo sleeve of the month. That was quick. Bones, you want to do this, or you want me to do it?
You can do it this time.
Alright, Lost in the 80s and 90s. V4, I think this is going to be the last one from this guy.
Okay.
So this is this is the fourth sleeve he had designed, and this is the last sleeve of that that I think he'll have, but you never know with people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Traditional 80s and 90s look there.
Mhm.
Anybody have any games that they would see fit to go in there?
Oh, what was that one? Was it Rollerblade Racer would probably go good in that? Isn't that the one for NES?
I think
Wasn't it
so.
pink?
I think so.
It was a
Probably.
pink roller skating game for the NES.
Oh
I
no.
think they're thinking of heavy shredding.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. No, wasn't
Heavy
that
shredding was
skiing?
with a
Snowboarding.
snowboard. Yeah,
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
but I think it's a pink case that we're
Yeah,
covering.
but
it's a
if that's
pink
the one, yeah,
snowboard.
that would work good with the pink.
Yeah.
I'm putting a
I would
Grand
go
Theft
with-
Auto Vice City Stories in there.
Vice City Stories.
Yeah.
I'll put TNC Surf Design.
Also a good one.
That's
Yeah.
a good one. Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, there is a Miami Vice game based on
Yeah.
the movie.
I actually had that on PSP.
Yeah, that'd be a good one too.
I mean, like we
Yeah.
said before, it doesn't have to be an NES game because I could pretty much sleeve anything at this point.
Yeah.
Have you done a PSP game yet?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, I have.
Oh yeah, cool.
The only way to find this guy is Instagram. By the way, he does not do YouTube.
Okay.
If
I'll have to
anybody's
keep- I'll
out
have to
there
look for him.
looking for him,
Mm.
just in
Hmm.
case, there you go. Only on Instagram. No YouTube channel that I know of, anyway.
Yeah.
I have asked because I've been. This is like the 4th time I promoted him, and I'm like, you know what? I have to mention that he's on Instagram only.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you mentioned him a couple podcasts ago too, right?
Yeah, this is the 4th time he's been on.
Like not on in person,
No,
just
not
as
on in
his
person.
channel.
Yeah.
Just as a sleeve here.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Moving on. Franchise.
All right.
Bargain bin.
So franchise of the month this year is James Bond 007. Now there are a ton of James Bond games. This is not even half of them. These are just the ones I quickly Googled. Some of these I have some connection with, but some of them I just kind of randomly threw up. So we have James Bond The Duel, which is a side-scroller on the Genesis. And we have Nightfire, which is the first that I was exposed to and have a lot of nostalgia with my brother. Then there's From Russia with Love, and that one was actually basically doing that same movie, and Sean Connery even came back to voice his counterpart. And then you have James Bond on the Game Boy, which, believe it or not, is a Zelda clone of all things. And then you have Everything or Nothing, which is actually a third-person game rather than first-person, and a lot of people say it's one of their favorites. And then you have Agent Underfire, which was, I think it was the first James Bond game of that console generation, but please correct me if I'm wrong. And then we have 007 Racing, which we don't want to give an introduction because it sucks. Last but not least, the game that needs no introduction, 007 GoldenEye on N64. So, start with you, Bones. Have you played any of these? Which one's your favorite, and who's your favorite Bond actor?
Well, it's got to be Sean Connery. Come on now.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much going to be everybody's answer for that question.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, by far, it definitely is going to be Sean Connery. I've had some of them. I don't know if I have From Russia with Love. I've got great memories of Nightfire, playing the hell out of that on PS2. Of course, GoldenEye 007 on the 64. I mean, that's a classic. I think we all sat there and played that with our friends.
Mhm.
Split screen. Like that's definitely a really good one. I didn't even know they made a racer.
I did
So
know
I'm
that.
glad you said it sucked, and I'm not going to buy it anyways. I did play Everything or Nothing a little bit. I know I had Agent Under Fire. I don't believe I have that anymore. I don't think I do. But those ones were definitely nostalgic for me. And no, I didn't play the Game Boy one. And our Game Boy connoisseur, even though it's not Game Boy Color, he may have played it, but
I
Yeah.
think you recently just bought a James Bond for one of.
That's funny, actually.
Yeah. I don't know if
yeah,
it was
but
for Game
I
Boy
would
or
say
Game Boy Color.
my favorite one probably is definitely going to be Nightfire. I used to love that little drone aspect and multiplayer. That to me was so fun.
Yeah. All right, Dan Cav, your turn. Or unless are you finished the bones or?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
All right, go ahead, Dan.
All right, thanks. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I played GoldenEye 007. I think that's the James Bond game that everybody knows. There was Atari James Bond before that.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's made by Parker Brothers.
Hmm.
But this is the one I think I think all James Bond games start with 007 because that's what people know. Surprisingly, I haven't really played many. I mean, I have some of these because they don't cost much, you know, for especially like the PS2 ones. I know are pretty cheap, but
Yeah.
I remember when you mentioned that, I do remember a lot of hype about From Russia with Love and Sean Connery coming back for that one. That sounds like it'd be cool to check out. The curious thing is that I think a lot of people try to recapture the magic of GoldenEye, and to my knowledge, I don't know if anybody's achieved that yet. You know, if there's a game that has lived up to that game, I would think a lot of companies would try to copy that formula, but to my knowledge, I don't recall any game, really becoming as big as that yet. So,
Yeah.
As far as actors, it's funny. Every time a new generation of James Bond comes out, and I go to see it in the theater, I'm like, yeah, this guy is good. This is better. This is the best Bond yet. And then but I end up always going back and thinking Sean Connery is the best one. So yeah, Sean Connery is my favorite James Bond of all time.
All right, your turn, Mark.
Yeah, I think the first game I played was GoldenEye 007 on the N64, and I didn't really play much of any of the other ones. But it's either, can't remember if it was Agent Under Fire. I think it was Agent Under Fire where you there's a part in the beginning where you're in a driving scene where you have to like chase like the one bad guy. And I remember like
actually.
It was Nightfire? Okay.
May have been.
It's like it was like
wrong.
the beginning's like a first person shooter and then like the
Yeah.
third level's like a driving stage.
Well, I remember that the first level, like very beginning, Nightfire, you're a sniper, then you're in a car. But I could, I'm not saying wrong. I could be wrong too. But I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Well, it was either one of the two, but either way, I know I couldn't get past it, and I just like rage quit. I was like, "Fuck this game," because the control, I think the controls were janky, and playing on my my LED TV, the video was like really dark, so you couldn't really see much ahead of you. So it was hard to play, and I was like, I don't feel like bumping up the brightness because then I'll forget to turn it down for when I play any other system. So I was like, all right, I'm done with this game.
And
But
then
I would say Sean Connery probably is my favorite out of the actors thus far.
yeah. All right, Chris, your turn.
Well, I really don't have much to say about 007, considering I really haven't played any of the games. GoldenEye,
Come on.
believe it or not, I really never actually played. Obviously, I heard a lot of good things about it, but yeah, never even actually played GoldenEye. Shocker. I know.
And then let me guess, Sean Connery is your favorite
Yes,
actor.
I've already said that.
Yeah, so before we move on, I'd like to do a little spiel myself. This might surprise some of you. My favorite Bond actor is not Sean Connery; it's Pierce Brosnan. That's because first introduced to I've seen most of him, and also this funny little anecdote here. I was at a convention and I bought The World Is Not Enough on N64, kind of a sequel to GoldenEye. It wasn't quite as good, but Rare declined to make a sequel. Eurocomp said, "Hey, we got this." And at the very beginning, you're talking to a bank teller, and I was kind of fiddling the controls. I wound up electrocuting this poor woman and then just karate chopped her, and I failed the level.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, first time player, do it messing around with the controls. Yeah.
Well, I just checked too. I do have still in my collection From Russia with Love, and I couldn't remember because I have the Everything or Nothing on original Xbox.
Oh, nice.
There's that GoldenEye for Wii. Is that the same? Is that a remake or something, or is that different?
I think it's more of a spiritual
it's a remake.
successor. Oh, it's a remake?
It's like a
Okay,
remake. Yeah, it's actually really fun. I enjoyed that one.
I have it
Not
on
a lot of people
360
hated
myself.
it.
Yeah.
Is it motion?
I think some of the aiming is, but I think that you can use the controller to aim as well. It's been a while since I played it.
Yeah, I do have
But
that
even
game.
the online was pretty good.
Yeah. Anyway, is there anything else?
Nope.
Okay.
All right.
Moving
Oh,
on.
I just remember. Sorry, one last
Go
thing. I recently found out there's a PC port of Nightfire. Problem is, it uses the Half-Life engine.
Right.
I just recently learned that, and I just thought I'd share it. Okay, for real. I've said everything.
You sure?
Yeah, positive. Positive, sure. Surely positive. May God strike me down if I lie.
Well,
There
this
we
certainly
go.
makes me want to. That certainly makes me want to go back and check some of these out. So I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to it. Yeah.
Bond games are typically good. Certain exclusions apply.
Okay. Apparently, don't get the racing game.
Yeah, don't. I no. What does it say
Yeah,
when
it's
even I
probably-
can't defend it?
It's probably expensive too.
I don't know, actually. Anyway, thanks, guys. This is fun. Now let's get moving because I'm tired of staring at all these faces.
Okay. We moved on.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And the topic is gaming in tough times. Bargain bin. Another
Thank you. All.
bargain bin.
I had a lot
hobo
of fun.
topic. 10 questions. Guys, ready? Question
Ready.
1. Was there ever a game that got you through a tough time? Which game? Bargain bin.
That would be Smurfs 2 on the PS3, Xbox 360, and Wii. But for this specific story, it was the PS3 version. So right at the beginning of 2020, I had a death in my family, and this particular death hurt really bad for reasons I won't explain. And man, if only we had known what a shit show we were in that year. Smurfs 2 is really, the graphics are really nice, the music is relaxing, the game isn't that hard, and the cutscenes are done like a parent reading a child a bedtime story. It's a super calming, relaxing game, and really kind of helped me get out of the funk whenever I would get into it. And it was kind of, to this day, I refer to it as my comfort game. So, yeah, Smurfs 2.
What console is that for, Bargain bin?
There's multiple. Well, there's also a handheld version, but this one is based on the movie with Neil Patrick Harris. If you remember that.
Yeah.
But it was a Xbox 360, Wii, and PS3, and it's like a side scroller. It's like Mario with a little bit of Sonic thrown in there.
All right. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, Mark.
Yeah, for me it would have to be Guitar Hero 2 on the Xbox 360. I was on my vacation and I found out my cousin passed away in Iraq.
Oh.
So me and my cousin, we were like, well, let's play Guitar Hero 2. So we were in the game room playing Guitar Hero 2.
What are you doing?
All right. Dan.
Okay.
Let's see. Tough time. A game that gets me through tough times. I would say Zelda Ocarina in Time. Only because that was I put a lot of time in that game, and a lot happened the year that I was playing that. I was in grad school, so I was really busy. So that anytime I would get stressed out or something was taking up all my time, that was a good break for me to de-stress or detox from all that. So that was a good game to play. And also, I was also dating somebody at the time, and then we broke up, and then that was a good distraction too, because I just would immerse myself in the game. So yeah, Zelda 64 has a lot of memories for you, good and bad, I would say.
Bones.
Well, I would say that my entire collection.
Good answer.
That's fair.
Literally, when my dad passed away is when it spurred on collecting more and more and more and more. But as far as specific games, I would say probably when my back went out and I was out of work for a month, I played Skyward Sword for a whole month straight. And what was the other one? I just had it on the top of my head. I'm I'm brain farting what the other one was, but I played a game when I got out of the hospital after my pulmonary embolism for, like, God, at least 3 weeks, which helped me through a tough time. Nothing when, like, you're stuck and you can't really move. Really, all you have to do is gaming. So games are definitely a huge positive to keep your mind distracted and keep you thinking and having your brain running wild.
Yeah. They keep you grounded, basically.
All right. Question 2: do you think that video games can be good stress relief? Why or why not? Bargain bin.
So I think so, yes, because it's just how it's been for me. Like when I'm stressed out and I can't think straight, usually the first thing I'll go do is turn on a game, and usually I do like the violent ones where you can just like start attacking people. Because if I hurt these people in the game, it doesn't really translate in my real life, so I'm not hurting real people. So it's fine. I can get all my get all that settled, kind of get my fix and calm down, and then I'm ready to face reality again. So, a specific example, one particular time I had to give somebody a ride, and they were working my last nerve by the time I finally got to the driveway. Another story for another time. So I went down to the basement. I turned on San Andreas, turned on the no police cheat, and just went on a rampage.
Mark?
Sounds like you wanted to throw him out of the car.
It hurt, but that's very accurate, yes.
Yeah, I would say it's a good stress reducer. Allows you to escape reality, so that way you can de-stress.
DanCav?
Stress relief. Yeah, sure. I mean, it definitely can release aggression if you're playing a game where you are, trashing things or beating things up or destroying things. I'm sure that could be stress releasing. Definitely for providing a distraction, and also, I mean, although I don't do it, and but people who play online and meet other people or talk to other people online playing co-op games. I mean, you could release stress by just talking to other people, getting your mind off things, or even working through your problems that way.
Yeah.
And Bones?
Well, it better be the right fucking game you pick. Because if you're trying to eliminate stress, don't throw in Ghostbusters on the NES, or you're going to be extremely stressed out. It has to be the right game. Like, let's make that crystal clear.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, in some aspects, yeah. I mean, to me, the whole, that's why it's nice when we all meet up and we sit and game together, because that is more of the stress release for me than sitting by myself and playing a game. To me, that doesn't eliminate stress for me. But sitting with your friends and actually doing it, that eliminates stress of life and things like that. Because the older we get, life gets so damn hectic. Everybody's always so busy. There's always stressful things going on. But I don't really know if I grab them for like stress. Usually I think if I grab a game for stress, I'm going to turn it on and I'm still just too stressed out. I don't even want to play it, and I put the controller down. But most of the time, a game will stress me out more, where over the years I've broken many controllers, and like I said, it's got to be the right game.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Next question 3. What are some games you turn to when you are sad or stressed? Bargain bin.
So aside from the Smurfs game, so I don't know if you guys do a lot of modding for your games, but Doom has a mod called Brutal Doom, and it has a ton of stuff, more weapons. You can look in all directions. You can jump and crouch. And it's just so much more violent. It's like basically making the original Doom play like the modern Doom. But there's a difficulty mode called Power Fantasy. Gives you a ton of enemies, but they are weaker than a baby's fart, and you are just super overpowered. You just mow them down like they're nothing. That honestly is just such good. That's like almost therapeutic on some days. So that's going to say where you can just mow down a ton of people and they can't even scratch you.
MT Shark?
Yeah, I would say for me it would be playing like Doom or any like first-person shooter, just blasting enemies and having a good time.
DanCav.
Let's see. For stress relief, I think I mentioned earlier, like beat 'em up games where you get smash around everything. Like Streets of Rage or something like that. For if I'm sad, something uplifting, I guess. A lot of the RPGs, just Japanese RPGs, they have good stories and they have like good, sometimes really positive, happy stories or funny stories, so that a lot of humor in them, so that will definitely, lift your spirits if you're in a certain mood. But also, I would say for stress relief, like really like Zen games, like strategy sim type games. I'm thinking in particular like there's Nobunaga Ambitions or Romance Three Kingdoms. They're kind of slow and methodical type games, and you just sit there and you plan a lot of different strategy stuff. So that's very calming, I guess, in the way that it's a slow burn, and you have to just be patient with those.
And Bones.
Now, my picks are definitely going to be, first and foremost is always going to be Mario 3. Then it would be like a Punch-Out. Or like Dan even said, Final Fantasy VII, which I haven't gone back to in a long time, but I really haven't been in that spot where I felt like I needed it. But you put on, especially Mario 3 or Punch-Out, there's not a care in the world. Mine doesn't run. Doesn't matter if I'm getting far in the game. Doesn't matter if I beat the game. Everything just always goes back to a much simpler time. And they're just very relaxing.
I was just about to ask, like, I've noticed that you, if you're stressed, why would you play a violent game?
Because you're taking your aggressions out on people that when you turn the game off.
But doesn't that make you some stress itself? Like you're playing a violent game?
No, it doesn't. It calms me. Maybe it's
really.
but I'm like, violence in games, specifically games, calms me down.
Like Bones was just saying, you would want to play like Super Mario Brothers 3. That would kind of like calm you down.
Well,
that's the opposite for me. It was just me out more because I suck at that game.
Well, that's a
I mean,
platformer.
I'm the Doom fanatic here.
Huh?
I'm the Doom fanatic, and I didn't
And
even
you didn't
pick
even
that
say
as
that's
my
what. That's why I
go-to.
was like, hold up. Bones didn't even say it, and he's saying like Mario Brothers 3 would calm him down, put him in a good spot.
I mean, some people get really aggressive and violent. I mean, they want to go smash something or go hit something.
Yeah, but why would you want to do that if you're stressed out already?
Well, no. So if that's what you're doing, you want to do that if you're stressed out, and then somebody pisses you off, you just want to hit something. So you go to the game, and instead of hitting,
There's a difference between being pissed off and stressed out.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, instead of doing it in real world, you go into the game and you pick up a pipe and smash a car. That could be stress relieving to some people, I guess.
Yeah, it's different strokes, different folks. Like I see how that would stress
It's
you
like
guys out more,
there's
but
rage rooms.
yeah,
Well, I wouldn't say it would necessarily stress me out more, but I gravitate towards something that takes me back to a simpler time, not
Right.
in the shooting range. Usually I'm playing Doom when I'm in a good mood. I just feel like running around killing monsters, or even like
Right.
you said, running around in Grand Theft Auto with the cops turned off, using all the cheat codes for weapons and just blowing people up for an hour. That's fun. I mean, I've never done it when I'm stressed out, but that's just fun in general.
yeah.
To each their own, like you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody has their different ways of releasing stress, I guess. But yeah.
Yeah.
That was just a question I have.
All right, no worries.
Number 4. Does violence in game stress you out or calm you down? That leads into this
I think
question,
we
I
just
guess.
did that one.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
We'll go on to the next one. 5. Some games like Guilty Gear are designed to be stressful. Do you think this is a good idea? Why or why not? Argument.
So it depends on the person, right? I am not good at fighting games in general, and Guilty Gear games, how they're stressful, they play really loud music and they're very difficult. Some people enjoy that. For me, I want something that I have sensory overload, so if it's loud, it's just going to stress me out in general. If I do play a fighting game, I'm playing on easy mode. Maybe you just practice, I can just bash the guy around and he can't do anything to get me. But I don't. Again, like Dark Souls, another thing. Those games are really frustrating, and for the right person, that's like a draw to it. it stresses them out, but they like that about it for one reason or another. And I'm not saying I don't like difficult games. If I'm stressed out, that's not what I'm going to reach for.
MT Shark.
I don't really know how to answer this one. I mean, I guess like my only take on it would be maybe like if the game stresses you out, then whatever you're like currently stressed out about, it would like deter you from that. So that way you're like more stressed out about the game instead of what's actually bothering you in real life.
Yeah, I can see that.
You know, I don't know.
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, same. I get it.
Yeah,
Dan.
that's all I got.
I mean, personally, I mean, I don't think it's a good idea for me to get stressed out over a game more than I should be. But so I probably would not want to play a game that raises my stress level on purpose, just for the mere fact of that. But I can see where that some people might get thrills from that. I mean, there's a lot of these Twitch speed run platforming type games where you try to get through a bunch of really impossible levels by jumping around. They're usually really simple graphics like Super Meat Boy or the VVV game or 1001 Spikes or something. Little platformy type speed run type games. Those don't appeal to me at all because they're just difficult for the sake of being difficult. But I guess people who like to master them and get through them and can stream them and stuff, that's good for them, I guess.
And Bones.
First of all, Dan, we all like Blast Chamber when we played it, so that's pretty stressful when you got a bomb strapped to you and you're trying to get out of the level quick. But but for the most part, I don't necessarily mind it. Like it depends on what the stress is that the game is bringing on you. Like I don't mind stress in a horror game trying to outrun something or trying to outrun with the bomb on us in like Blast Chamber. I don't want a game that necessarily is just based on just stressing you out though the entire time. That's partially why I don't like the Metal Gear games because there's just too much sneaking around and it's very stressful trying to hide bodies and other shit. Like those never really appealed to me much. I think the more I would like literally die, like even you were saying, Dan, these speed run games. If all I'm gonna do is die, it's gonna stress me out, and that's not what I try to gravitate for a game. I don't want to fail over and over and over again. I don't mind losing, but eventually achieving that goal. But I don't want to spend days trying to get through, or well, I spent all of Saturday and I made it through the final level once. No, I kind of want to enjoy the game, so I don't necessarily gravitate towards those types of things.
I just thought of another point, if you guys don't mind.
Go.
So, WarioWare Mega Party games are on the GameCube. One of the micro games is like a multiplayer game. While you're playing games, everyone's inflating a balloon, and then when you win, someone else gets put in the hot seat. As the balloon gets really big, it's about to explode. The screen's flashing. There's this alarm going, gradually getting. It's like really tense because whoever's in the game playing the games when it pops loses, and if you are in the seat when that happens, it's super stressful. It's affecting how you play the games.
All right. Next question 6. What are some games that are more likely to stress you out than calm you down? Bargain bin.
Stuff like Dark Souls, where you have so many things you need to worry about. Like, I can't just hit things endlessly. There's a stamina meter. I'm going to get tired, be more vulnerable. And I don't really want to, I don't like to be strategic. Also, strategy games. For me, strategy is just a huge turnoff because I don't really want to be my mind running a million miles an hour when I'm trying to do something that's supposed to calm me down. Like, Conan, for example, is kind of almost in that bubble because when that game's good, it's really good, but it just knows how to piss me off so bad. But now I've got the invincibility cheat on it, so it can't do anything now, but that's usually not what I'll reach for when I'm stressed. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah. So, yes, that's my answer.
MT Shark.
Oh, he can never get over that.
For me, it would be any game that you get to like the when you lose all your lives, you basically have to start the level all over from the very beginning. Those types of games always stress me out, and also like anything like strategy, like I just like completely suck at.
Yeah, same.
DanCav.
Yeah, I have a few examples here. Bones, you had a really good one with Metal Gear. That is a very stressful game because you gotta like
Yeah.
be quiet, sneak around, and a lot of things to worry about all at once. So yeah, that's good. That was a good call. And, definitely, it's like any survival horror game where you're like Resident Evil, where you're limited by ammo and you got to run around. You have like 3 bullets. That's very stressful to me. But it's funny you mentioned Bargain Bin. You mentioned Dark Souls. I googled like what are the most stressful video games out there before this podcast, trying to get some ideas, and Dark Souls was on there. I was like on the top 10 list. But what was number one was Alien Isolation. I didn't play that game much. Is that you would agree that was one of the
Alien Isolation is like you said, survival horror, except you literally have no means to defend yourself, and the aliens can kill you like that. And these are xenomorphs you're dealing with, and most people find them terrifying. So that person was absolutely right. And that game also has a setting that your real life microphone will pick up noise that the aliens can hear. So if the dog starts barking, you get killed. You can turn that off, thank God.
I don't think I had that when I was playing it.
Yeah, I wouldn't play it to begin with, but if I did,
it wasn't too bad.
Yeah. So
once you got used to the AI, it was pretty easy.
That sounds like it's a stressful game.
Yeah.
The other game that was on there is a game called Overcooked. I've never played this game before, but
I've heard of it. It's like a cooking. You have to run around all over the kitchen making the food, and like it can burn or things can go wrong. It's kind of a similar game in the Discord activities. Is the smaller thing. It's kind of hard to explain. I know what they're talking about. It's basically a cooking party game.
Yeah. So you played it, Mark? Overcooked?
No, I haven't. I actually want to play it soon because we see like when we look at Netflix, they actually have it on Netflix, and we're like, we should play this together. Yeah.
So the comment by that game was that you may divorce your wife, or you may fight with your siblings and never talk to them again. After playing this game, because I heard it caused a lot of fights. So that sounds stressful to me.
Yeah.
And then I think, Brian, when you mentioned strategy games as well, like definitely real-time strategy games bother me a lot. Like when there's I like turn-based strategy games, but when there's like stuff constantly going on and you're and like Command and Conquer, stuff like that, where you got to run around and manage a lot of things all at once. I tend to get really stressed out about those type of games. Even like the stupid, like the diner dash where you're in a restaurant trying to like serve. Sounds like overcooked, but when you're trying to like serve customers and things keep coming and you don't get a break, those are very stressful. So that's it.
Yeah.
And Bones?
I mean, I don't want to go after negative games. Like I'm going to go with just 2 games that I really enjoy, and I go to them from time to time, but I still suck at them, and I can't get through them. By the time I'm done, I'm usually frustrated, stressed out, and annoyed. And that's Battletoads and Ghouls and Ghosts on the NES. Those 2 are just by far, for me, so unforgiving, as you can't continue the way you want. They're hard as shit. There's a fucking time limit in some of the Battletoads ones almost. Like, that's basically what you're doing. You're running a timer even though you're not. Because of the way everything is just set up. Everything is coming so fast, and they're not easy. Now, granted, I'm going towards an NES. That's an error of you're not supposed to sit there and beat them. But like, I literally watch people do run-throughs of them and think, how the fuck are they doing that? And I can't even get past on a regular basis the speeder bike level in Battletoads without normally having to dying and start all over. So those would be probably my 2 picks. But like I said, I could pick out shittier games like Fester's Quest and other ones. But yeah, that's what I would go with.
Here. Let's go.
Yeah.
Well, dude, Fester's Quest sucks. As soon as you get into the sewer, you're done. Like,
Yeah.
it's just horrible. I remember getting that as a kid, and I thought this is going to be awesome. Yeah, no, it wasn't.
The thing is, you kind of need to get a turbo controller, or you're gonna struggle a lot.
Yeah, I didn't have one as a kid.
It was the first game someone bought for me when I got my NES, and with the first game I beat on the EverDrive. Granted, I did cheat like a weasel. I'm not even ashamed to admit it.
I had to cheat to beat Ghostbusters. Don't feel bad.
Touche.
Have you guys ever played that online game Fall Guys?
I don't play online games. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's stressful.
I think I have it downloaded
My
on my
daughter plays it.
PS4. I played it like 3 times online with random people. I got it in hopes that Retro Mikey was going to download it, and then maybe some of the other people in the community, but that never came to fruition. So it just got purchased and never used it. It was different. It was definitely different.
It can be stressful because you have to be the top 10 people or however many people who finished the level, and you're like as you're struggling through it, you can see it slipping away.
Yeah.
I have a funny story about Fall Guys. My daughter used to play it, and then she started cursing when she would play it, and now she doesn't play it anymore because of that reason.
There you go. That's stressful.
She doesn't want to curse.
Yeah, that's funny. How old is your daughter, if you don't mind me asking?
She's gonna be 12 in May.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I'm sorry if I'm asking personal questions that I won't ask anymore.
That's all right.
Did she not want to follow in your footsteps, Mark?
She's always a goody two shoe. She is.
Yeah. She brings out a side of her she doesn't like.
Yeah.
All right, next question. 7. What are some songs from video games that cheer you up? Bargain bin?
So this song is from WarioWare Smooth Moves on the Wii. It plays during the Dribble and Spit stage. It's called Tomorrow Hill. It's like a really uplifting song. It's like, just keep going. Maybe today wasn't so good, but tomorrow will be better. You just got to keep climbing, and you'll reach the top eventually. It's just super calming. It's just super relaxing. One day I had like a super bad day at work. I was like bawling my eyes out. I got to the car, and I listened to that song on loop the entire way home, and even sat in the driveway just to finally just dry the last few tears for a while. We're going inside. That was Walmart, by the way, so I think you understand why that happened.
Yeah. I'm surprised you didn't go with la 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 la, sing a happy song.
I like to keep you guys on your toes. Not that obvious, except for Monster Madness.
Well, you said Smurfs too, right? That's what the game.
Yeah.
MT Shark.
I would have a bunch of generic response for this. I would say I would go with the Dragon Spirit OST, the Messenger OST, and the Mega Man series OST, as well as Air Twisters OST. I think they're all fantastic music in those games.
I can see that.
DanCav?
Nice. Now I was struggling with this music questions, but songs that cheer me up. I mean, I like the Castlevania soundtracks a lot. They're very iconic, and there's several games, but those in general are always they always resonate with me for some reason. But there's too many to name. But a lot of the RPGs, the Japanese RPGs, usually have good music. Final Fantasy, for example. So those I like listening to those from time to time.
And Bones?
Oh my God! You could put any Zelda one on. I love Zelda tunes. They're just very peaceful and relaxing. Like Dan said, Final Fantasy VII is one of my favorites. I could buy the soundtrack for it. I've eyed it up numerous times. Any of the original 3 Mario Brothers is another one. Just the melody, just very soothing. And I think that's because I was a kid when I got those, but as far as just quality of music, definitely has to go with the Zelda ones. Just in general, I love pretty much all of them. And like I said, I've eyed up buying the soundtracks for Zeldas and for Final Fantasy VII. I have not bitten the bullet, but I have definitely eyed up picking them up on CD. I know I'm old CD. I know.
All right, next question. 8. How about a song that makes you sad? Bargain bin?
So this is a song from Drawn to Life 2 on the DS. I'm not gonna explain the context behind it because I don't want to spoil it. It's actually the Drawn to Life games, barring the third official game, are really good, and I would strongly suggest you check them out. But the song, it's like at the beginning of the game, and it's hard to explain without giving away plot points, and I don't want to do that. So just if you want to know what the song is, just go and Google "Light of My Life," Drawn to Life 2 on YouTube, and you'll see what I'm talking about. But it's super, super sad.
And T Shark?
No, none that I can think of.
DanCav?
Wow. Now the Drawn to Life game, is that a DS game? Or is it...
So the Drawn to Life 1 and 2 and the SpongeBob one are DS, and then the third one I think is on Switch, PC. I'm not certain. Oh, also Drawn to Life 2 got a Wii port as well.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure one of them had a Wii port.
Yeah.
Cool. I mean, I'll have to go check that out because I never played it. I mean, I have it, but I never knew that there was such a good song in there.
Yeah.
So I'll definitely check it out. No, I'm like with Mario. I don't really have a song that I can recall that makes me sad in a video game. There probably is, but I just can't think of any.
And Bones?
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I can't think of a song in a video game making me sad. Songs in real life, yeah, but not in a video game. So unless it was cameoed in a video game, then no, I can't think of any.
Yeah, like just a little side note: Whiskey Lullaby gets me every single time.
Alrighty, next question. 9. Was there ever a game ending that made you cry? Bargain bin.
All right, so it was the ending to the Shovel Knight campaign, Spectre of Torment, which I'm not going to elaborate on because you really need to play the Shovel Knight games, and this is that campaign is the fan favorite, and I really want to leave it unspoiled in case you haven't played it. So just gonna say ending of Spectre of Torment and leave it there.
And T Shark.
I mean, I guess that made me a little sad was probably Life is Strange, the original game.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if I'm not going to spoil it, but definitely check it out. And like midway through the game, you're like, oh my gosh, what the heck?
DanCav?
It's definitely
Alright,
shocking.
Alright, DanCav?
One of the Shining Force games. I think it's the first one. You kind of like sacrifice yourself at the end, and you actually survive, but everybody thinks you die. So at the ending is like they're all mourning you and they're like crying and stuff. But you're actually alive, and you go on to the sequel and all that. But they just don't know it, But so that was kind of sad for them, I guess. But also, I mean, it's not really the ending, but of course the Final Fantasy when Aerith gets killed in the middle of the game.
Yeah, that is that hurt a lot of people. Yeah, I totally get that.
Yep.
And Bones?
No, I don't believe so. Not because of the ending of a game. I've been sad because the game was done and over, and I didn't want the game to be over, but I don't think an ending of a game has ever gotten me to either cry or be upset. It's just literally the game's done. Like, I was so upset when I got to the end of Skyward Sword, and I'm like, I want more. And it was done and over with. I'm like, well, that kind of sucks.
And final question. If you were to make a game designed to relieve stress, what kind of game would it be? Bargain bin.
So I don't remember who it was. Somebody mentioned like a rage room where you just smash things, and I would kind of make a physics-based, real-life, like physics-based game like that, where you literally the entire game is just to smash things, throw things, and try and rack up a big destruction combo. You knock this over, and that breaks that, and then that knocks into that, such and such. I think there are games like that already.
I think there are.
Yeah, I think that was just what immediately came to mind. Or just a game where you can just mow down a bunch of generic goons, like that Brutal Doom thing I was mentioning. Just a game where you can just let all that energy out with chaos and destruction without having any sort of real pushback. The game would solely be when you just need to just break something without breaking something in the real world.
MC Shark.
Probably like an arcadey like shooter that you can just pick up and play, just to like relieve stress.
DanCav.
Yeah, that works. A shooter, and then with Bargain with the smash things up. I mean, that'd be actually good in VR too if you could use a VR
Oh,
headset.
yeah.
But I would say, I mean, in specifically like, I'm the one who was saying that it's going to like. I like to play like Streets of Rage and Double Dragon. Those things you smash all you can smash all the barrels and the telephone booth and all these things within the game. And to that end, I would remake Final Fight as a modern game. They've already done that, with Double Dragon and Streets of Rage and all that. So
Yeah.
I'd want a new Final Fight game, and you can smash things up.
We don't talk about Streetwise.
Oh no, not that one. Yeah.
And Bones.
All right. Well, I'm going to be the only one again. It doesn't go to the violent end of the spectrum on it. How about we make bare bones big bass fishing?
I can see
There
that.
you go.
That sounds good.
Excuse me.
All right. That concludes the podcast. Any more on this topic? Gaming in tough times. Anybody have anything else to say?
I actually wanted to kind of mention something to DanCav. You said you were thinking about grabbing the Drawn to Life games.
Mm-hmm.
So Drawn to Life 2, the standalone, like the game by itself, the ending was actually super depressing. So when they put the games in the collection, put both games in one cartridge, they actually had to change the ending because it was just so depressing.
Oh, really?
I
Wow.
won't really I won't go into details. I'll just let you research that on your own time. But a friend explain it to me, and it's actually a very big difference, and totally understand why they felt the need to change it.
Okay. How long is that game? How long?
You could probably finish it in afternoon, I would say.
Oh wow. Okay.
I was about to say, I have Drawn to Life the next chapter on the Wii.
Yeah.
I've never played it, but
I would have never guessed such powerful emotions are within that game on the
Yeah.
DS, but I will
Yeah.
definitely check it out.
All right. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. Next segment. Game of the month. Bones. What's your game of the month?
shit, I didn't buy one, and I've been too busy to play any.
Zippo?
Well, let's keep it on the spirit of bargain bins. Let's go with 007 Quantum of Solace.
Appreciate it.
DanCav.
Yeah, I'm going to keep on the theme of going to the room and smash things up. And Marvel Cosmic Invasion just came out, which is kind of like the old TMNT and Power Rangers games that came out recently. So,
Oh yeah, I mean to grab that one.
yeah, Marvel Cosmic Invasion is one of those old school arcade beat 'em ups.
MC Shark.
For me, it's that stresses me out is Super Metroid, and main thing stress about that game is trying to do the wall jump.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
Yep.
That thing's impossible. I keep flipping out each time I have to do it.
And Bargabit.
So for the game of the month that I've actually been playing is Mario Kart World, and the game that stresses me out is the game of trying to do work while having a hard cough and convincing your boss you're not sick. It's a very fun game, I assure you.
Alrighty. That concludes this podcast. Thank you. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys for joining in, doing this podcast. See you next month. As always, don't blow, just leave. Later.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah.